and hasn't managed a point since. Missing his next 3, does have the 5 rebounds. But all their points are coming from the backcourt. Patras, Young and Cowan both with 11. Makis Giatras didn't look too thrilled, did he? The way that second quarter unfolded. Let's see what the second half brings here. It will be Ferran Bassas to get the half underway with the inbound, and that's a nice straight drive and then sends it inside, and that's as easy as you like. Alexander Baltsarovsky starting the second half the way he started the first half, with an easy take right under the rim with nobody anywhere near him. And how easy was that for Ferran Bassas? Straight down Main Street, nobody touched him. Young with the feed, Condit. Oh, they're crowded out there. I tell you, Baltsarovsky and Brasino. That was some sandwich. Here he goes again. There's another easy one. Promitheas Patras defense disappeared. Absent without leave there. And Baltsarovsky given the freedom of the paint again. Well, he's such a weapon around the semicircle anyway, isn't he, Baltsarovsky? But he's been given so much freedom there this evening. He's had 6 attempts and converted them all as Condit ends up getting manhandled there. Young is going to be taken on by Kolbaka, and yeah, needed that. He needed it, his team needed it. Noldus Kolbaka back in business. And, it gets back to a single-digit deficit here for Promitheas. Bassas to Benite. Baltsarovsky with the bounce pass to Inglis. Inglis with a nice move there, but no end product. Collected by Condit. Can Canaria now make a stand defensively? Will Anthony Cowan get the better of Inglis here? Inglis doing a nice job holding him up. Still plenty of time on the clock. Now Baltsarovsky will pick him up, but it'll go over to Young, and Young will just drive it through and look for the floater, and there will be a whistle, which means a trip to the stripe for Young. It's Bassas they've officially called for that one. No one's automatic on the strike, but Joe Young will be one of those guys that you'd want there when you really need something. Benite looking it off to Baltsarovsky, who just about collects it and then finds Brasino. Lovely pass. Baltsarovsky for 3. That really would have been a bit special. And they defended it well. Promitheas Patras. Some really good hustle there. There's Cowan. Finds Kolbaka. Simpson. Very quiet this evening. There's the pass. Condit with the spin move and the one-handed flush as well. And they're starting to pick up a little bit here now, Promitheas. That was a really well-worked and well-executed bucket there. That 44% number is going to have to rise significantly. Oh, Benite again. Yeah, they've left Vitor Benite again on his own for a wing 3. And Benite says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Condit. It's a nice pass. And the layup is there. Joe Young says, I'll take that as well. Inglis. Brasino. Again. Yes, again. Benite. All that space. How easy was that? A third of the night for Benite. Two have come back to back. Now, that's a nice pass. Ooh, but the reverse layup doesn't work from Simpson. He remains scoreless tonight. Benite with the pass to Inglis. Inglis has got Condit to deal with. Balcerowski is there as well, and Balcerowski misses. He's to overcook the angle. And mark that one up. It's the first miss from under the rim for Balcerowski. There's Cowan. You see Ruben Lopez come back in. The youngster. Cowan. 8-point differential now between the two teams. Kulboka flips that up to Condit. Balcerowski playing some defense here on Condit. Condit's done well, but still can't get the shot away. He's put too much on it. Bassas drifting and taking one on. That'll rim out as well. And who's going to get that? An important pickup there from Young. He looks to take it all away himself and misses. But it ends up with Young. No, it doesn't. It'll end up going the other way with Vitor Benite. Benite to Brasino. Brasino unchallenged for a three. Gran Canaria utterly ruthless in transition there. That was superbly effective. A fourth triple for Brasino, who goes on to 16 points. He could be on course for a career night. Kulboka loses out. And that's going to end up with Bassas, who somehow has picked his pocket and ended up with the ball. I don't think he knew much about it. Behind the back pass, we've got a whistle goes there on the big pole. Balcerowski saying, well, what did I do? He will depart. Diop will come in and play will resume after this timeout. Gran Canaria, there it is, stands his ground is what he's saying. Kulboka just ran into him. The officials took a different view. What we can be certain of, it's an 11-point lead for Gran Canaria. Kulboka has started each half with a bang. And they need more consistent productivity from him, and they need that right across the board here. Promitheas, Gran Canaria, built up a very useful looking lead here, and all this with AJ Slaughter pretty much sidelined. Had a 2.5-minute cameo, picked up a couple of fouls, just didn't look his sharpest. And Jakalakovic has managed to operate without him, as Condit banks it in off a really nice pass as well. Got to be a bit more efficient with their offense, and they've got to play some defense as well. Benite, he misses out this time. Kulboka, lovely pass earlier on that last one from Simpson. He was still to get on the scoreboard himself. So Simpson 22 points last week, none tonight. Slaughter 23 points last week, none tonight. Young had a bunch of points last week, 20 of them. Looking to make this 18, and he's beaten the buzzer. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Well, you know there's points around when Joe Young's in the house. But that really was a game of beat the clock from Joe Young. He's got every chance of surpassing last week's 20-point haul. Here is Slaughter. Can he join the party? Yes, he can. Well, that'll get him back going. Cancels out the earlier one. They are shooting so well. Both these teams shooting really well from beyond the arc, but Gran Canaria in particular. Here's Cowan. We'll get through to Condit. Condit will look to just drive through, and he would have done but for the contact with Khalifa Diop. It's a nice tandem they've got at that 5-spot, Granca, though, isn't it? With Diop and Balcerowski. The last 2 Euro Cup rising stars. You just plug in one rising star for another. That really thought about it for George Condit. And decided, yeah, all right, you can have it. It's on Iowa State, man. Much more efficient with the second one. And Promitheas continuing just to close the gap now as Dan Duszak comes back. And he loses out. Has his pocket picked. That's Young. And it will be going to the stripe. From where he has not missed tonight. Well, there's a real momentum shift going on here. Officially Benite, the guilty party, has just saw Salvo coming in, Inglis coming in. Jaka Lakovic really does need to freshen up his on-court personnel. Let's see if the Duszak turnover is costly. There's one. Young matches his output from last week with nearly 13 minutes left in this one. Now here's Duszak again. You know we'll be looking to take care of the ball a little bit better than last time. Gives it to Inglis. Inglis to Slaughter. Slaughter back to one time Limoges man. That's a pass. Duszak takes it on. Won't go. A big offensive rebound collected by Inglis, and then Diop can't bring it in. And it will somehow end up with Duszak. Diop will get a second bite at this. A little bit unlucky there, Promitheas, and will they end up paying for it? Oh, there's a big whistle there as Inglis was driving through. Condit's come up with the ball. They thought they'd got the block. There's 2 of them involved here. And Simpson, I think it was. It may well get called, or is it Condit? Either way. Yeah, it's Simpson they called. The initial contact, not Condit. Now sending Inglis up there. Part of the Euro Cup winning squad with Monaco. Before going over to Bilbao last season. Faithful doing everything they can to put Inglis off. And he knocks down the second one. 2:24 to go in the third. Bassas will come back in. 6 assists for him this evening. To go with the 6 in the last round. Cowan to Young. Cowan stuck on 11 points. And they really need him to get going again. Here he is. The clock is ticking. He's going to have to take this himself, is he? Yeah, it's a pass. That's a really... I mean, held his nerve beautifully there, Cowan. I mean, the put-away was comfortable enough for Kulboka. But Cowan looked like he'd passed it when he should have attempted it. He was absolutely right to do so, wasn't he? Here's Salvo. And that's going to be Diop. Super pass that was from Salvo. Minute and a half to go here in the third. Here's Young. take a jumper on. There you go. 22 points for Joe Young. And he's nowhere near finished. Here's Bassas, leaving it here for Salvo. Slaughter took a look. Might take another look here. Along two, converted. Doesn't need to be the workhorse today. Much more balance about this Gran Canaria squad in this game. But he's in fresh off the bench, looking sharp. Here's Young. He really is the workhorse, and another big triple. His third of the night. Keeps them close. Far too close for his liking. Boy, the three-point stuff's been good tonight. Both teams converting 10 now. Slaughter floats one. No. Kulboka collects the defensive rebound as well. Last few seconds then of this third quarter. The Patras have really started to pick it up the longer it's gone on. They'll take as much time off the clock as they can. We've got a whistle though. Slaughter with a bit too much hustle. Slaughter locking up with Young. Young grabbing a chunk of Slaughter's vest. Nemanja Dangovic will come back in. As will that man right there, Vasilis Mouratas. But all eyes on Young, who is 6 of 6 from the stripe, and is 7 of 7 from the stripe. He's got a 26 points. He's putting up some serious numbers here now, Young. And the 5 assists as well. And his PIR is threatening to go through the roof here. A terrific job. Well, Jakalakovic will want to talk over the play here. These last remaining 13 or 14 seconds as the lead that was looking so comfortable at one point, and a double-digit lead, now is down to just one late in the third. Looks like they're going to keep Young on the bench for these last few seconds then, as Promitheas look to play some defense. They close out a third quarter that's been pretty good for them with a defensive stop. Making a one-point game going into the last 10 minutes. Slaughter. Bassas will give it back to him. Slaughter may have to take that on himself, and it's swatted away, but there is a whistle. Just as Nikos Gikas thought he'd got himself a big defensive play. Makis Giatras felt similarly, but no, a third foul from Gikas. Here's the call. Slaughter knocks down the first two. and you can make that 3 for 3. And Slaughter moves to 8 points in this very impressive third quarter shift from him. So, got to be quick, whatever it is. Have to be taken on from Dangovic. Don't think he'd have beaten the buzzer anyway. That'll do it for the third quarter. 4-point game. Patches have given themselves a chance, though, thanks to that avalanche of triples that have been coming down.